Go ahead and push the button, folks. Subscribe to Keep It Hot if you want to see the new stuff we got coming up, all the things we got going on, whatever information we're putting out there. It's all good, and it's all for you. Keeping it hot. It's what we do. It's how we live. It's how we take care of ourselves. Cooking, coping, and conquering for the devoted male.
Once again, folks, it's Gilgamesh. I'm back with you again. We're having fun. We're up in Sonoma again. This is the ZAPP Simply Summer Celebration. It's a barbecue. Right now, I want to bring on Kent Rosenblum, who's known as the father of Zen. He's going to tell us a little bit about how he got started and some of the things about the growth of Zinfandel in Northern California.
How did we get started? Well, back in the old days, when I got into wine, I came to California. I'm a veterinarian who fell in love with wine, but I have a sense of smell. I never knew it was good for anything. And as I got into wine, I could tell things about wine nobody else could. Realized I loved Zinfandel from Old Vines. Started making it in the cellar, had a little group. 78, started a little winery with the idea that rather than give it all away, we could sell it and then maybe write off our trips to France. Well, that little winery started at 400 cases and grew to 220,000. We sold that winery in 08 to a big group called Diageo, and I consulted for them for a while. But then in the meantime, we had started a small family winery called Rockwall. With my daughter, who'd been working at the winery since she was 12 and has a master's in fine arts, becoming the winemaker. Why are the old vines better? The old Italians who planted these things really had a good feeling for it. You know, they're head pruned, dry farm, no water, and the fruit is just fantastic. So when you come to Rockwall in Alameda, you'll have a great time. And by the way, we do have a great restaurant there. Scalari's.
Oh, I know you guys had a restaurant.
Yeah, best burger in East Bay award last year.
Okay.
It's about 8 inches tall.
Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Give us a little bit about the background of Zen.
Let us go back to the 1850s. The main grape in California was the mission grape. Guess who brought it? The missionaries, right?
Right, okay.
All right. It showed up at Leland Stanford Farms, a grape from the East Coast that was originally thought a table grape. Had come, as it turns out, from Croatia, wound up in Long Island as a table grape, came around the Horn, got planted. 10 years later, it's the most widely planted grape in California, winning international awards.
Absolutely.
And that's Zinfandel.
Absolutely.
And because it somehow went through the Austrian National Collection, which was called Zinfandeller, that name Zinfandel got on there and stuck. So Zin grew in popularity through the 1800s, but phylloxera killed off all the vines in the late 1800s, but they replanted on the new American rootstock, St. George, and those are the vines we are using today, planted in the late 1800s, early 1900s, to make some of the best wines in the world out of Zinfandel. Now, what's so great about Zinfandel, as opposed to Cabernet or Merlot or Pinot Noir? Yeah, because it's a very food-friendly, fruity, upfront wine that is just delicious to drink by itself. And, you can go all the way from the currants to the blackberries to the black raspberries to the raspberries, and you can make it in many styles, all the way from rosé, white Zin, port, to different styles in between, and dry wine.